Hello everybody, it's Joy in the Villages with your every 2 weeks market updates as to what's going on here regarding real estate. Well, there are a couple of things that are happening in real estate today, and in my 30 years over plus of being in this business, there have been two big shifts. I call them paradigm shifts. The first one was the internet, when all of a sudden listings were sent out to the internet. Everybody could see them, and this really upset a lot of the senior agents at the time who felt that maybe they'd lost a little control with all of this. But it all worked out for everybody. The second big shift was buyer agency. Buyers had never had traditionally any representation when they purchased. Now they demanded that. This came out of California many years ago. Across the country now, everybody's able to get buyer representation. The third shift we're dealing with today is compensation or commissions. And this is huge because it affects sellers. You're able to negotiate your commissions now. It affects buyers because now you have to sign a buyer's agency agreement to go out there and look at properties. The compensation is going to be handled a little bit differently. It doesn't have to be difficult. At the end of the day, everything comes out of the proceeds of the sale. If you have questions on this and you're thinking of purchasing or selling, do call me. I'd be happy to go through it with you and avoid some of the confusion that apparently is coming through this. But again, third paradigm shift, we'll get through it. It's just going to take a little bit of time and understanding. I wanted to bring up a minor point before I get into the numbers here. We have the Vietnam Veterans 1036 organization here that has the largest amount of members in the country. Now, I'm not going to date myself, but I happened to fly some of those veterans into Vietnam many years ago. And so when I read that, and I thought this is really wonderful, because these men, again, they have one of the largest organizations for Vietnam vets in the country. And it's on my newsletter. Do check that out. So what are we doing in real estate? Market's stable. Price reductions, yes. Sales are happening. Buyers are coming in. They love to test this weather. They feel if they can handle this weather, they can handle everything else. So we are looking at sales. We're looking at pendings. We're looking at properties going into title. We're looking at some multiple offer situations, believe it or not. And we're in the summer. So let me share with you during the last 2 weeks of July what we did here. So we had actually 103 new listings the last 2 weeks in July. We actually have pending about 72. We put 84, we sold 84. Back on the market, we had about 15 properties that came back on the market. We had about 85 price decreases across the board. Days on the market, 45 to 55 days, not too shabby actually. That's pretty standard actually for a normal market. This is an interesting one. Current properties on the market total, we have about 447. Of that number, about 330 are single families and 117 are villas. So we've got a lot of inventory sitting here, but we keep turning in. And if you take a look at the numbers every week, every 2 weeks, you can see another 100, another 50. So we're constantly moving our inventory here. Mortgage rates came down 6.4 to 6.7, 30-year fixed. Now, I think in September, we're going to see those rates come down even more, which is very good news for all of us. Let me just go over the single families for the last 30 days. Actively on the market, as I said, we have about 330, and the average price is about 418 right now. We put 89 into pending with a property value of about 430. This is a medium price across the board, and we sold actually 110, and the medium price was about 425,000. Average days on the market for them were about 42 days. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied here, aren't I? Anyway. And then villas, we've got right now active. We sold in the last 30 days, 117 of them at 337 an average price. Not sold, excuse me, they're active on the market. We have pending about 80, let's see now, 25. I can't read my own writing right now. We've got about 25, which came in at about 320,000 each. And we sold 37 in the last 30 days for about $326,000, average days on the market 31. Villas have always been a very good purchase here. A lot of people come into the villages, that's the first thing they purchase because it gives them an opportunity to get to know the villages, and if they have grandchildren or pets or whatever, that gives, with the walls, they have that extra security, etc. So they're a very popular buy. I put an article on my newsletter talking about if you sell, where do you go? And it basically talks about the pros and the cons of buying new construction versus a pre-owned home. Read through it. It could be very interesting and something that might give you some tips when you're moving forward yourself. We have entertainment. We have Vegas McGraw at the Savannah on August the 16th. Apparently it's a fabulous show. I've not seen it, but everybody is saying that it's going to be a good one. And I think that's about it for now. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Joy Farrington with Remax. Do call me if you have any questions. We'd be more than happy to come and look at your property or talk to you about buying a property with all these new changes. It's always good to talk to somebody that's in the business and you kind of know what's going on. 760-702-4657. And again, I'm with Remax Premier Realty. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.